You know, the word lost, it can mean two totally different things, right? On one hand, it's a feeling, that emotional or spiritual drift we've all felt at some point. But on the other, it's a terrifying physical reality. Today, we're going to look at both, starting with a timeless story that holds a surprising lesson for a very modern crisis.
So let me ask you this. What does it actually mean to come home? I mean, is it just a place? Or is it a feeling of safety, of being accepted no matter what? Just keep that question in the back of your mind as we dive into our first story. Okay, so we're starting with the Christian parable of the lost son, which you might know as the prodigal son. It's such a powerful metaphor for anyone who's ever felt adrift, someone who's strayed from where they feel they belong and then wondered, can I ever really go back? The whole thing kicks off with a choice. A younger son goes to his father and asks for his share of the family estate. He wants his inheritance, and he wants it now. So with cash in hand, he takes off for a distant country to live life on his own terms. In that moment, by his own choice, he becomes lost to his family. But, well, this new life, it doesn't exactly go to plan. He blows through all his money, and then, to make things worse, a huge famine hits the land. Suddenly, he's desperate, starving, and completely alone. It's such a stark contrast to the home he left behind. This is his rock bottom, that moment he realizes just how truly lost he is. So, he decides to go home. And this part of the story just nails the dilemma, doesn't it? He has no idea what he's walking into. Is he going to be shamed, rejected? He actually rehearses a speech, ready to beg his father to just hire him as a servant. He's just hoping for any kind of acceptance at all. All right, let's get to the climax of the story, because what happens next is what it's all about. This isn't about judgment or punishment. It's about something way more profound. The central idea here is pangampunan, which means forgiveness. It's a key term from our source material. See, the parable says that while the son was still a long way off, his father saw him, was filled with compassion, and literally ran to him. Forgiveness wasn't something the son had to earn back. It was given freely the second he decided to turn around. So what's the driving force behind this incredible act of forgiveness? This phrase from our source says it all. Kasih tanpa syarat dari Bapa. It means unconditional love from the Father. That's the engine of this entire story. It's a love that doesn't keep a list of wrongs. The Father isn't focused on the mistakes. All he cares about is that his lost child has finally come home. Okay, we're about to make a very sharp turn here. We've been talking about being lost as a metaphor, a feeling. But for millions of people, being lost isn't a choice or a spiritual journey. It is a terrifying, literal reality. 1.5 million. Just let that number sink in for a moment. According to the data, that's the estimated number of children who are lost. Truly, physically lost around the world right now. These kids didn't choose to leave. They don't have the option to just decide to come home. So you might be wondering, what on earth does an ancient story about forgiveness have to do with this massive modern crisis? The answer is everything. The parable isn't just a story to listen to. It's a lesson we need to apply. It gives us a blueprint for how we should be responding. This is where it all connects. Take a look. Both children, the one in the story and the one in the real world, are lost and alone. Both desperately need a path home. But here's the crucial difference. The son in the parable needed that unconditional love to be welcomed back. But today's missing children, they need our unconditional love and our active attention just to be found. So what does that mean for us? This lesson isn't just for a father in a story. It's a call to action for all of us, right now. It means we have to pay attention, be aware, be vigilant. It means we need that same kind of sincere, unconditional love. And just like that father in the story watching the horizon, it means we have to hold on to a constant, unwavering hope for their return. And that brings us to our final thought for today. The parable suggests that a father's love, that forgiveness, can be infinite. So the real question for us, looking at that number, 1.5 million children who are lost right now, is this: can our compassion be just as boundless?